Welcome to DOS ECS.51. Basically, it's multi-threaded, multi-core processing that allows for more things to be on the screen. Right now, it's generating 90,000 stars, which isn't even a lot. I've had like 200,000 things rendered at 60 frames per second in the editor, so it's slower. But I am doing warp right now. See, it's good. It's ready now. It won't generate like that every load up, but long story short, I'm gonna hit warp and I'll talk through it. So um, that's whatever subset of 90,000 stars you see. I used to have them rendered at 1 to 1 of the star ratio. The actual star classification in that is hammed up for this particular universe. So you'll see more blue stars than you would in actual our universe. But when you fly through warp, and this is the important thing, those are the actual stars you see. So if you want to fly to a blue star, you warp to a blue star, and you'll see all the stars around you go past you. They're not just random dots in the sky. Those are actual, like massive Orion. Those are actual stars you see that you might want to go to, depending on their color. Now their color ain't finalized. These are too many yellow stars, not enough red stars, not enough purple stars, and so we're heading edge of my small universe. 90,000 stars is not designed because the computer can't take more. I could have done the elite dangerous thing. I could have done the no man's sky thing, and I could have generated like trillions or super trillions. I mean, it's procedural generated. You can generate as much as you want. Now that's just the target computer aimed at something random. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to talk you through it. So when you enter warp, um, you aim where you want to go, right? I might have it so it labels we're aiming at, but when you come out of warp, all those stars turn into the skybox, so it doesn't hurt your rendering. And right now, as it's multi-core, so it's 100 times many things rendered on the screen. Saw a limitation actually before .ccs was around. I knew about .ccs. It was just barely around. Many years ago, I mean, 5 years ago or so, 4 years ago or so. I noticed that I can only render 200 spaceships before it starts to lag. I'm like, wow, I could probably just do multi-threaded because I know how to do multi-threaded by simulating what's it called, a socket. You lock it and send all your data in a socket, and then you read the socket data. Instead of sending variables, which could, if you send a variable and you don't lock it, it can get mashed up in partial reads, partial writes. If you lock too many things, you can get yourself into state lock. And I think it's awesome that people wrote bank software like that, where they were just multi-threads, didn't know what you're doing. They like sabotage the banks without really trying to sabotage the banks. I mean, maybe some of them did sabotage the banks, not knowing, I mean, deliberately. But the idea is, if you want to make like I don't know $5 million a year writing banking software for the man, multi-threaded by putting things behind locks and sending like socket data, an array of socket data, then boom, you're a millionaire. Big deal. Well, multi-threaded stuff is very easy by simulating it by sockets instead of doing anything crazy. You make lock, add all your data in sockets, strings, into an array, unlock. Other one just reads the socket data, unlocks. So you have a write and you have a read, and both of them. Then you process the data. And, well, you process string data. That's heavy intensive. You don't understand. You unlock multi-thread, so you have as many cores you have in your computer, you're good. So that's first iteration is socket transfer. And I was going to do that. I was going to does Unity have multi-threaded? Someone said, well, I just brand new, but you don't want to use it. I'm like, yeah, I do. Now I got like 200,000 things rendered at 60 frames per second, and then I only have 12 cores on my computer. In 7 years from now, when there's like a 1024 core computer, you'll have like, I don't know, maybe like a million things rendered. So so instead of like 100 times, which are not the, well, actually we're 1,000 times. It's 200 now. We can do 200,000, right? So go for 200,000. It's a million, so that'd be like 200 million. You could have 200 million ships in the same area. Like, I'm not talking about the lasers. Not talking about other things. 200 million ships firing lasers with collision detection on all of that stuff. So multi-core is the future. It is the present. And enjoy. This is one of my updates for Starfighter General. Let's see what else we're gonna get in here. I want to get a couple people some bucks. I'm trying to write some storybooks real fast. I'm just trying to figure out here's my framework system. Once I get the warp in, I want to get the memento system in, which is NPCs with personality. You pull instead of like imagine Grand Theft Auto, you pull your NPCs out in the street instead of like hitting someone with a baseball bat to run off. It has their personality, it has their goals, their ambitions, their job, their attributes. So later you're down an alley and that guy shows back up with a baseball bat. Like hit me with a baseball bat, right? You're like, oh, now it's your time. Then when you're about to fight him, like eight of us, eight other people show up and they're like, hey, I wasn't ready to play baseball before. I didn't have my team. So there's like 9 people with baseball bats and just beat you senseless in an alley. It's the memento system. It has the history of your interaction with them. It has the personality. And basically, it's just a ramped up civilization system. It's patented. This is not patented. This is mail unpatented. I mailed it myself. And the idea is, you have the personality sliders. So Civ has 8 personality sliders. I have 122. You have emotion sliders, which adjust the personality sliders. You have the goals, goals, ambition, same thing. You have their job, and then you have your history and some experience. So what happens? You make a character, and what it does, it rolls for what they will do in situations, and it goes down to all the roles based on their personality, and it makes decisions. So you can actually make friends with aliens. You can piss off aliens, and then they have friends, and they tell their friends about you, and they have the history of talking to you about you, right? So it simulates pretty much people. You have better role play with these memento aliens if done right than actual players who just want to twink and power their guy up. And then you put the memento guys into the busy world of Rich or Scary, which means they just pop in and out of existence and do their daily chores. You saw that in Ultima 7, where they would do their thing. And they basically, it was scripted, like Richard Garrett remember scripted. It was still cool that they would do their daily life. But Memento, this is just procedurally generated, like NPCs, like NPCs with hopes, ambitions, dreams, goals, and money and stuff, and they're doing their daily thing, trying to make themselves ahead or trying to help other people. Yeah, so that's a bit. You'll be able to like just drive past people and offer trades. So trading in Starfighter General is actually pretty neat because when you trade in Starfighter General, let's just make sure this is picking up. Yeah, it's trading Starfighter General. You can set your character like old Usenet, right? Before eBay was around, we had Usenet, okay? And Usenet would let you assign values. Well, my Black Lotus is worth 300, Dual Land's worth 1, and then like maybe like a time walk would be like 100, you know. Let's say Black Lotus 300, Dual Land's 1, and time walks like 50. You know, you give me 6 time walks. You can get Black Lotus, you know. You get 5 time walks and 50 dual lands, you get a Black Lotus. So you would initiate your trade, and then you just send it over in the mail. People like bigger items, people scam you out of. You know, you get credibility. That's where feedback came back from eBay. But it lies another trading. It lies another whole like cashless society trading venue that compete with eBay. Where you can set tokens up for how much those value, and I had it coded. I just didn't really want to commit to it. You know how you only do so many projects at once. But the idea is I'm going to have it so in your ship you can choose. Can I put inventory up? No, I can't put inventory. I'll pop up the inventory next one. In your ship, you can choose how you want to set the trading. Like this is worth this value to me. This is worth this value to me. You can sell it to the starbase for a certain amount of money, depending on the economy of the starbase at the time. Arbitrage is a thing. Like elite, dangerous, starflight, pirates, or Sidmir. They all had arbitrage. And that you buy low and sell high someplace. But you can also set a personal value what you want to, and all you have to do is fly by a ship. You fly by a ship and it'll offer them a trade. Like a window will pop up there. Bling, 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 bling. If you have a bunch of ships around you, like millions of windows, there's 1,000 ships, you're like an Iron Forge of World of Warcraft. A bunch of like trade windows will pop up. Would you confirm? All these trades people offer you, right? Because you're offering trades at a certain value that they qualify in their ships. Whereas, old school fantasy, you're talking about dungeons and dwarves and stuff, it's like all slow. Would you like to trade your half-eaten turkey leg for my sword of -1. And then you just you debate and talk, add some copper, But this is sci-fi, whereas fantasy is all slow and passive. Sci-fi is dominated by a sensory overload. Um, and then what you'll do is see down here where your items go here. I have items in one of these, but it's not showing up in here. Your items go here, and then you'll be able to pick what it's worth, right? Like I just said, like the old Usenet before eBay was a thing. So and when you just drive by, people qualified trade, boom, boom, boom. So what people are going to do when they trade is generally they're going to ask for some outrageous things, probably fly around the system, around all the other ships, see if anybody will be a sucker, and then they'll lower their what they're looking for, maybe value stuff more and more, less and less. So like they qualify the trades with someone else's trades. Eventually they'll start getting trades and then fly around the system somewhere, and then you get lazy, know what you're looking for, know what the value of stuff is generally, fly around. As soon as you get your trade, go out and get some more, mine some more asteroids, or go find some scrap, or fight random encounters, or do some quests, right? And then come back to the town and fly past ships. You don't even have to go to the stores. You trade with NPCs and also PCs. That's trading. Put trading in here. And then I finish up the items per class being finished. Planet choice types, warp. We're doing warp and planet choice right now. Skills need to be slapped in. Let's see if I get skills here. I don't know how sure I want to really show my code here. Look for leadership. I'll show you my skills real fast. I probably won't kill stuff. Show you my skills. List the skills. Here's my skills. Here's a list of skills. This is an intergalactic bounty hunter from 1989. Before Cowboy Bebop was a thing, you had intergalactic bounty hunter, kind of like comedy, but actually kind of serious. So there's catalyst skills. These are primary skills. You only have one of them. Warlord helps you have larger fleet, bonus season fortifications. Munitions motorhead, raise quality and quantity of ammunition. Fleet architect for the maximum fleet size. Quarry champion helps you mine. You get to pick one of these. Pet empath, sympath 3. It's the idea that you can go around and be nice to animals, and you'll have more animal companions. Merchant maestro, obviously good at trading. Diplomatic impunity. That's the idea that you go around and be a politician. Speed space ace, just you're just like a fighter. Universal research, or you're going around being a researcher. Intruder adept, you're a covert guy. Runescaper, runescraper, astro archaeologist. You go back and you want to find magic find. Midnight Star Drifter. That is it's just your drifter. Your hitchhiker. Mixmaster mechanologist. That's when you're a good crafter. Celestial Trailblazer for the explorers. Want to just go out there and explore stuff. Gangster smug. That's your smuggler. Cut through the constellation. Your assassins. Your assassin. Mystic Pathkeeper. That's the idea of searching one of the 12 or the 16 magic trees and just being dedicated. Time Lord Archmage works just like Bard's Tale Archmage. You have to do one of the mythic paths by itself, and then you go to the next one. You have to go one at a time. Wing Broman, and they work like an elemental tree. Each magic goes across each of the 16 elements. Wing Broman, you're just this guy. It means you want to be like a facilitator, someone who takes orders and follows along. You have bonuses for your lines. Dimensional Void Shifter. There's Void allies you can have that fight on your own team. The Void is kind of like a dimensional thing. Racial Destruction Vet. So you just like to wreck into stuff. Like, you raise your RAM offensive defense. Motley Steward. It's for recruiting like trash NPCs who want to take some of your loot. It's good to get NPCs, retainers they call them. Trash Baron helps you recycle, your scrapper. Big Game Hunter, go out, seek out new life forms, and shoot them. Your Trophy Hunter, your dumbass. Velvet Cloak, you're like a charmer. You go around and use your charm to get your way. A Deck Slinger is a gambler. Starscap Entropy, that you're looking at like being a jester, a joker. Someone goes around just screws with people. A troll, High Tech Engineer. you go out and make stuff better. Those are just those are catalyst skills. You don't, if you want to do this type of stuff, you don't need the catalyst skill to do this. And you can always change your catalyst skill later. It's not that big of a, I mean, you have to start over, but it's not too huge of a penalty. And here's the basic skills. Combat helps you get extra strikes in hand-to-hand or on ground, and in space it helps you get a couple extra attacks. Electronics obviously helps you do electronics. Cyborgs, first aid. First aid lets you heal people. This is, honestly, I stole a lot of this off of Wasteland back in 1989. I got my first Dungeons and Dragons set in 1988, and I was like, dude, I don't like that armor doesn't reduce damage, right? So I want to make my whole own RPG. And then I said, well, I'll make it like Wasteland in space, right? And that's what it is. It's like it turns out like Wasteland in space ends up being like the old West, right? There's a lot of star bases to raid and lots of places to hide. So you need bounty hunters to go out and find them, right? The space is vast and there's lots of places to hide from the law, right? So there's only a couple places to raid, the star bases. So like, wow, intergalactic bounty hunter. And it turned out to be good. People see this like the best video game, the best RPG I ever played. We have 30,000 hours in playing, man hours playing, designing, gaming. And, everybody says great. So these skills in it, androids, computers. I just said Wasteland, so you kind of understand where we're getting from. Greater reasoning, think about better, decipher codes, martial arts. Some of these skills, obviously functional right up ahead. The skills that are not less functional, like I have to make sure my quests in that are really dominate these skills, so the raise their power. That's why happened. I was just adding skills, and I feel like I had to flesh out the whole game because I realized I don't want to make sure there's skills that are gimpy. Forage helps you find basic supplies. Survivor's like a better version of forage. Obviously they get bonuses that help them both. And quick draw. There's an old saying: the quick and the dead draw your weapon faster. Taunt, lie, politics, disguise, critical hit, atomic energy, pulse engineering, fly aircraft, drive, advanced starship piloting, read insurance, navigate, remember, pick, block, ambidexterity, pickpocket, distract, explosive, construct trap, fire artillery, fortitude, interrogate, law, popularity, confidentiality, blade skate in the future. Hockey is popular. And when you heard bread and circuses before, you heard about bread and circuses. When the bread gets low, the circuits have to get high. So the puck is replaced with a plasma ball. The puck is replaced with a glowing plasma ball. And the goalies just have more armor. There's no nets. There's no goal. The goal is to knock out your opponent. You're allowed to smuggle weapons in. And you intimidate the rouse. Et cetera, et cetera. It's a dystopian future game. Think Running Man. Crush. So Gyro Lie wasn't violent enough. So you throw the ball across, and you try and hit you're like a team of 5 versus 5 or 3 versus 3. You try and throw the Gyro ball at people until they all get knocked down. If you throw it and hits a back wall, you throw it, they can't pick it up with the Gyro stick. It hits the back wall. Then their team has to run past you, tag the wall, go back on their side. Well, you beat them with your Gyro stick. Okay. Crush. Sport is crush. Facilitate, gamble, cheat, deceive, intimidate, spacecraft repair, aircraft repair, automotive repair, labor, advanced mathematics, detective, perception, soliciting, rapid fire. Hypnosis didn't make the cut right now. I never saw an 80s television show that hypnosis was cool, so I don't think it makes the cut. Safe cracking, investigate, forensics, hardware, bureaucracy, leadership, negotiation, veterinarian, junkyarder, tactical analysis, resourceful mining, evasive maneuvers, nanotech engineering, astrobiology, metallurgy, infiltrator, stealth ops, tough grit, swimming, lore, butt kiss, insult, weapons of various force. Yeah, so there's the skills, man. A bunch of skills. What else we got going on? So the warp in, warp top, Memento system, Richard Scary go together because that's the NPCs. The training will be able to pop in once the Memento system gets rolling pretty good. I gotta finish up. Items are pretty much well done. Put the skills in, and like I said, let's start. So I'll show you how far we are along on all these things. Right now, the warp is done. I just have to angle the guy a little bit better. The Memento system, I have the numbers in here. Look, I'll show you the personalities, the back end personalities and stuff. So let's see it, personnel. Let's see. All right, here we go. Wow, look at that. Look at all these personalities we got. Personality, alpha, your confidence level, extrovert, highbrow, culture. These scale from like 1 to 100, right? Just like civilization, fashion, manner, dignified, pompous, witty, care. Are you dedicated? Are they not dedicated? Are The OCD have to do things exactly as it perfect, organist, punctual, hyper, health, man, body. They smell good, or they don't like to smell. They care if they smell good, or they don't care if they don't smell good. Are they nice? Do they like to make friends? Are they faithful? Are they hospitable? Do they ignore insults, or they take them personally? Are they loyal or not? Are they optimist, pessimist, dominant, passive, ego tripping, having the ego, envious? Are they petty, or are they, they salty? Are they no drama, flamboyant, try hard, light, bossy? Here you go. So you can check it out. It's 120 personalities of Glory Hound. Oh, that's my favorite one. Like, they want to take the credit. Alright, those 120 personalities behind the memento system, and there's also emotions, attributes, items, goals, goals, history, backstory. What backstory there? I forgot about that. History. Let me just make sure I'm writing it down for my own sake. I haven't made it yet. I haven't tracked out. And when a code, you always want to put your data structures before you get your functionality. Goals, jobs, history of player, emotions, personality, goals, attributes, inventory. I think that's it. And then what happens? You got a pool of them. Instead, like I said, I told Rockstar about this. I told Take-Two Interactive. So if Grand Theft Auto 6 has a memento system in it where they pull up players and have this type of stuff in it, where they remember what you did to them. Yeah, remember I told Rockstar about that. There's another people steal from me. Steve Jobs stole the smartphone from me. I invented the virtual keyboard, 3-button navigation, online cloud, the App Store. And Carnegie Mellon signed off that, yeah, I did make it, and I was stolen from Steve Jobs' Larry Page. But, modern Apple, modern Google don't want you to know that. I can give proof. Anybody wants to get proof, I'll show you proof. I invented the smartphone. 100-plus pages. I invalidate most of the Apple's patents. Yeah, it's factual. NVIDIA stole my robot navigation inside of a factory type of thing. And I even have robot navigation outside of a factory by drones dropping discs on the ground. And it lets you plant a garden or something. And NVIDIA, doesn't want you to know that. They all steal, man. Everybody steals. So if Rockstar stole this off me, don't be surprised. Rockstar stole this off me. It's patented. And if I can start going to lawsuits, if I start going to court, I should be bang, 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 bang. Honestly, I should be. ChatGPT, OpenAI says I could quite possibly be the richest man in the world by a long shot if they paid me what they owe me for the smartphone invention. I'm the father of the smartphone, father of AI. And then apparently NVIDIA stole some stuff too. And obviously Rockstar's a big thing too. Yeah, I have a lot of lawsuits queued up, dude. Alright, so I gotta finish. Items are really cool. So items have this really neat thing. I don't know if I want to show you, but they have melting point. Actually, you can tell what molecular structure they're made of. So if you're gonna craft stuff, it's based off the actual chemical structure. Like CO2, you need like 1 C and 2 O's. It would window off your elemental. So like when you mine, you mine elements, right? And the elements go into your inventory, and then you can go buy them to craft. So it'll help people learn science too. And the drop skills are basically done. Like I said, I just need to make sure there's no gimpy skills. All skills have a use, All right, there you go. That's where we're at, and where the future of Starfighter General is. We're really close to an arbitrage system, and where you can build up, conquer galaxies and stuff. I gotta get my basic systems in. I'm focusing on putting systems in first. I figured I'd put systems in first because they're more fun. Systems are more fun than like quests. There are some quests in there right now, and some enemies. Hold on. Maybe I'll end with like just showing you what it looks like generally. Yeah. So where's Galaxy Generator? Star. Drop the max stars down to like 3,000. Just I'll put 1,000 here. And I want to do what am I cost it to? This is like a power constants. Encounter. Okay, I'll put a counter here. I just want to show you a couple random, like here's what it plays right now. In case you want to play Starfighter General, it is on Steam. Starfighter General on Steam, and I'm gonna just play it a little bit. So the Clash version where you can build a base and people raid you is in here. There's leaderboards and stuff. There's some people like the Clash version. I should put it for mobile, port it to mobile eventually. But right now, oh, let's get freaking breakpoint land. Welcome to breakpoint land. I'm about to turn that off so you don't see code I don't need to see. I've had people steal my code before. Look at this. Oh, you know what? I probably like enable the actual. Sorry, I don't have the base enabled. Save this scene. I'm opening up one with actually has the base and the game in it. Give me a moment. I hope you enjoy Starfighter General. I hope you get stoked about this. Between multi-core, infinite multiplayer, and all these new things, there's things in this game that's never been done before. Lots of things in this game have not been done before. Moving right on. Moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. Moving right along. Alright, here we go. Let's play some Starfighter General, the MMO version, because the Clash version is fun and everything, and there will be updates to Clash, but right now we're trying to get the MMO kicking, because that's where it's at. I had a friend that would work on this with me before, but alright, let's go. So those stars back there are generated. They're not a star field. That's not a skybox. Those were generated. They can turn into skybox on and off. That's the genius of the skybox I'm using. Oh, he's not talking. Why is he not? Where's that volume at? Where's the volume? Hello? Speakers, audio. So, I mean, like, honestly, does music work? Wow. Alright, my music's working, but it's not making sound. Alright, so these guys would actually talk whenever there's sound not muted. Oh, there's items. It's just debugging items right now. I'll go pick up items so you can see what I'm saying. So you can now see your items and be like, that's bismuth, that's berkelium. It's actually the actual element. I get the kind of color of it, more or less lead, thallium, mendibium, and it, like I said, it has they have melting points and everything. So if your ship gets like too hot because someone fires lasers at you, like then it could melt and cause toxic environment in your ship. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna finish up the inventory a little bit, and I'm gonna publish. I'm surprised it's not making sound right now. I think there's something. There's something that just definitely needs volume real fast. I don't know. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and that's Starfighter General, dude. Looks like May 7th, 2025.